Hello, my name is MrMattRanger, and today I'm going to be showing you 10 of my favorite builds that I did over the last year. At number 10 is this Acacia Fantasy House. Now you can see it has a stone foundation with wood pillars supporting it, and the shape is quite unique as well as the roofs. I really like it, and I think it has some cool details on it as well. And coming in here on the bottom floor, we open the door and there's a nice little storage room in here. It's really cozy. Then you can come up these steps here to a little bit of a living room. Then over here is where you might brew all your potions. Also outside, there's some nether wart. This is a great place to just look off. And if you're playing in survival, you could use your elytra right there. Then in this room over here, we have an enchanting setup, and it looks pretty magical. Then we climb up the ladder right here into the bedroom. There's a bed, a dresser, and this really little roof shape right here really makes the bed look nice. Then we can come up here, a little bit more storage, and the top balcony here, which of course you can see the lower balcony right below that. And at number 9, we have this sort of medieval fantasy style house. It's really simple in the shape that it has, but it has quite a few really cool details that I love, including the little bit of overgrowth on the roof. And the roof color is also kind of unique with the brick going into some of the birch as well. And stepping inside of it, it also has a very functional interior as well. You have your furnaces over here, kitchen, storage, a table. You can walk over here, and here is a little brewing room, which is nice. Then under stairs storage, you got your cobwebs. Then you come up these stairs here, and this place right here is not quite as functional, but it looks really cool. You got some more storage over here. Out here is a balcony overlooking and a enchanting setup. And then there is another flight of stairs going up here. Some more storage up here. And yeah, the window right there, and then a bedroom. And obviously there's even more room for storage up here. At number 8, this build here is a bit more unique and sort of out of my normal style and coloring. Going with the bamboo in the windows, and you got all of the red walls and the really dark roof. And you kind of got some accents of green and other colors in here. I really had a lot of fun though doing this build. It's a bit smaller and a bit different stylized than my other builds, but it was really fun to do and fun to try something new here. And also, going inside here, we have a nice little kitchen area. Then over here is like a storage and furnace area. This would really make a fantastic survival house. And you walk up here, you have your cool enchanting area. Then over here is a bedroom. You got a little desk where you can write, cool fireplace. And then over here, there's a loft that you can go up to and have a little bit more storage up here. And then of course you can look down on everything from up here. And now at number 7, this build, I tried to make it sort of look like cedar. We don't have cedar in the game, but we do have acacia and some other blocks that sort of look like cedar. So that's sort of what I was going for here, using that and using those colors. And I really like how this one turned out, including the really cool stone foundation and the way the shape worked out as well. I think it turned out really cool. You have this little walkway going up to the front entrance here. And then we can go inside, and there's a really beautiful area in here. And once again, we have the acacia wood in here. And over here is just a little bit of a storage room. Really cute and nice. Over here is a brewing area, and that is also pretty cool. A little bit of a kitchen. You can grow some crops here and store some things. Then up here, this is a really great roof and ceiling in here. At the end is this enchanting area. Over here's a little office, storage room, you know, desk, writing area, which is cool. You can also put all your paintings on the wall. Now the new paintings weren't out yet, but new paintings would actually look really cool in here. And then in here is the bedroom. So we got a bed, bit of a dresser area, and all the ceilings are these really tall, cool ceilings in here. So yeah, I really like this build. And at number 6 is this mangrove cottage that I built with my friend Grayson. I will leave his link in the description. And I think my favorite parts about this build is the roof. You got that roof shape and the really cool like loop. Also the coloring turned out really nice on this roof. And just the general fantasy shapes were really fun to build. And Grayson is a fantastic builder that I love building builds like this with. And now we can also go inside here. And down here on the bottom floor, we got storage. We also have like a brewing area, which is really fun to build. And then you can come up these stairs right here. And now we're up in the bedroom. This is a really, really big bed, but I think it looks pretty cool. And then you can see you got a fireplace over here and an enchanting area. And then of course you got this pretty high roof in here as well. So it's not a super big build, but it is pretty cute. At number 5, we have this Japanese temple that I built in my single player survival world. And this temple is actually a bamboo farm. So it has a crazy interior. My favorite part about this build is definitely the roof. You have all of those bamboo blocks, and then in between them using the copper and also the mossy cobblestone. So I think it looks pretty cool, and then there's so much detail under all the roof lines. This was an absolute ton of work to build in survival, but I absolutely loved it. Then you just walk up these stairs right here, and we go into the actual best part of the build, I think, which is the interior. And this is a one-of-a-kind bamboo farm. I've never seen anybody else build something like this. You got all the bamboo growing on the side, and these pistons actually hit the bamboo off, and they go down in the water streams and get collected below. And then all of those drops get brought back up and put into these chests. And there's also some crafters below that craft some of the bamboo into blocks. So I have a bit of everything. But I really like this build a lot. I think it turned out really cool. And it's just a pretty big build. The biggest build I think I've ever done in survival. And at number 4 is this very spooky style house that I built with my friend JP. This has a lot of really unique shapes, and also the foundation is really cool with how the stone is textured there. But yeah, my favorite part definitely is all the shapes and also the roof. I really had a lot of fun doing this roof color. It's a lot of deep slate, but we also have some other blocks in there as well. And then we have the trees growing out the side of the build. And it really just gives a great sort of spooky vibe. Also, the texturing was a lot of fun to do. The red texturing really makes this a fantastic spooky build. And also, the interior turned out quite fantastic as well. You can just walk in here, and down here is like a bit of a workshop, maybe a little bit spooky. You can see all the redstone on the floor, some skulls, some cages hanging on the ceiling, and the chains. Fire. It's kind of like a spooky vibe down here, of course. And then we can walk up the stairs here. And now here's the main level. I think this right here is probably one of my favorite enchanting setups that I've ever built. It was really fun to do, and it really works good. And of course it's a level 30, so it works well. And then up here we have a kitchen and brewing area for all the potions. A little living room. And then we can walk up the stairs to the 3rd level. And this is where we have all the storage and other things like furnaces and a little bedroom up here. And then of course a really cool high ceiling as well. And my number 3 build is this mossy overgrown mansion here. And I really loved building this, the roof line and having the overgrown. Everybody that knows me knows I love an overgrown build. And this was definitely my favorite overgrown build of the year. And also what really makes it my favorite overgrown build is the interior. I really took this interior and really made it feel overgrown. Now, not this room quite as much. You can see there's a kitchen over here. And then in here is a bit of a brewing area. And then down these stairs right here, I try to make this like a survival style house. You have this sort of overgrown sort of entrance. There's 2 doors here. And then down here is the storage room. So this is also really overgrown, and it turned out really nice. So yeah, really overgrown interior. And then when we come back up these stairs, you can come over to this stair, and this is where the real interior magic happens. Look at that ceiling. I took the moss ceiling and didn't put anything on it, but just brought it inside and added a bunch of leaves and glowberries and everything else. And lots of details. You can see all of these looms here, high ceilings, beams, everything. This is why this is my favorite overgrown build, and this is the first time I ever did anything like this. Then down here, of course, you have an enchanting area. This really would be a fantastic survival base. Over here's the bed. You got a desk over here, and a really, really cool interior. And then down here, you got the jukebox. Some more flower beds here, and great windows with great views. At number 2 is this Asian Japanese style house. Now this house was the most fun I had building in a long time. Just doing a lot of techniques and things I haven't done a lot of. I'm still pretty new to the Japanese style of build, and it was quite enjoyable to do. The colors are very simple, but I tried using a lot of blocks. Like you can see there's looms and hanging signs and other cool detail blocks that I was able to use in this build. But I think this interior really makes this whole build come alive. Come inside the front door and we're at this grand entrance. There's like a katana here. That's the best I could do for a katana. It's like a chain and a lightning rod. I think it looks pretty cool. And then over here is a kitchen, and you have like a stove, like an open stove here. Little garden area with some vegetables. There's an island here with some lights. You got the shelving right here. Then back here, you got a little koi pond is sort of what I was going for here. Now I know we don't have koi in Minecraft, but I'm just gonna pretend. And then over here, this would be where you could eat, do some meditation, I guess. Over here is another little meditation garden. You got all the plants and greenery in here. And then we can walk over here and come back to this main area. And then go up this flight of stairs here. There's a little bit of a bench up here, and then this is a really cool room right here with a big open bathtub. I like this. It makes it feel great in here. And then over here is a grand bedroom. So you got the high ceilings, the bed, the storage, everything else. And then there's like balconies that you can go out onto, look out and see the great views. And yeah, this was definitely one of my favorite builds I've ever done. And at number 1 is this Crimson Fantasy Mansion that I built with my friend Grayson. There are so many things that I love about this build, but I really love the windows especially. Putting so much detail and depth into the windows, as well as just the overall shape. You have the tower on the left, and really the main structure in the middle, and then another roof line on the right. And all the roofs connect together to really make a fantastic build. And the thing about this build is it looks great from all directions. It also feels really light and airy with all of the birch and sandstone walls. And I feel like it contrasts really nice with the dark oak as well as all the crimson and terracotta colors that we used on the roof. And of course, like any other build, we put a lot of effort into making a fantastic interior. So we can just walk in this front door and you're greeted with a grand staircase and 3 floors. So I'm going to start here at the bottom. Over here is sort of a living area along with a dining area. And even over here is like a little reading nook with a bookshelf. Lots of cool bookshelves in here. And then over here is a bit more of a kitchen area. You can see in here is the inside of that tower. Over here we got some storage and other things. We got this little like stairway that comes up to here that overlooks the balcony going outside. You get a little bit of overgrowth and plants in here as well. And it's a great vibe. Then you can come back here. There is more stuff behind this stairwell, including some storage. And then we're going to walk up this staircase. And over here to the right, you have some really cool chandeliers on the ceiling. And then in here is the grand bedroom. You can see right here in front of this window is a bed. And you got more bookshelves, some cool rugs, more chandeliers, and some really cool high ceilings as well. And then once again, you can come out onto a balcony. So that's really nice. Then we're going to go back out of the bedroom. And over here is, we have a little seating area and bench, some great lighting. Here's a little storage area in this tower. And then the stairs come up this side right here. And we have some brewing, some more storage and other cool things. Full enchanting setup right here, which is really magical in front of this window. Some more storage. And then we can also walk up this right here and even access things up here. So it's all really cool and fantasy sort of minded. Some more storage right here, some furnaces and everything. This would make a really fantastic survival base. And that is going to conclude our build tour. If you liked my builds here, each one of these would be available to download on my Patreon. I do have some tutorials on my YouTube, but some of these builds are just a bit too large to try to do a block for block tutorial. So if you want to support me as well as download hundreds of my builds, make sure to join my Patreon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.